On a chilly Halloween night, four friends decided to embark on a chilling adventure. It was an adventure that broke tradition, one that went beyond the typical costume parties and trick-or-treating. Their hearts pounded with the thrill of the unknown as they planned to visit the local cemetery, a place whispered to house more than just the departed. Their names were Jack, Lucy, Ethan, and Mia, each one different but tied together by the bond of friendship and a shared love for spine-tingling experiences. The thought of wandering through an old cemetery under the silvery glow of the moon ignited a spark of excitement within them. The hoot of an owl, the rustling of leaves, the cool breeze carrying whispers of long-lost tales. They were ready to experience it all. The atmosphere was set, eerie and suspenseful, their anticipation palpable, yet they were blissfully oblivious of the lurking horror that awaited them. Little did they know, their thrill-seeking adventure was about to turn into their worst nightmare. As they pushed open the creaky wrought iron gate, the cemetery lay before them, bathed in the ghostly glow of the moonlight. The quartet advanced tentatively, their footfalls muffled on the dew-laden grass. Their jesting whispers echoed in the still air, a stark contrast to the solemn silence of the graveyard. The tombstones, old and weathered, stood like silent sentinels, their inscriptions faded with time, almost as if they were guarding the secrets of the departed. As they meandered through the labyrinthine paths, the friends began to sense a palpable shift in the atmosphere. A chill seemed to seep into their bones, not entirely attributed to the autumn breeze. The once familiar banter started to falter, replaced by hushed voices and anxious glances. Suddenly, a rustling sound echoed from the farthest corner of the cemetery. They stopped, their breaths held in anticipation. It was probably the wind, they told each other, trying to laugh it off, but the laughter was forced, a feeble attempt to dispel the growing unease. The shadows started to dance on the periphery of their vision, seemingly playing hide-and-seek with the moonlight. Cold spots appeared out of nowhere, making them shiver involuntarily. The once comforting presence of their friends now seemed inadequate in the face of the unseen dread. What was that? A whisper? A sigh? A soft whimper? Their eyes darted around, trying to locate the source of the sound, or was it just their imagination playing tricks on them? They tried to convince themselves, their laughter now a mere echo in the vast expanse of the cemetery. As they huddled closer, a sense of dread started to creep in. A realization dawned upon them, a chilling truth that they had been trying to ignore. The laughter, the banter, the bravado, it all seemed insignificant now. They were no longer the trespassers here. Something else was, something that they could not see, could not touch, but could feel in every shiver that ran down their spines. The laughter died on their lips as they realized they were not alone in the cemetery. The once comforting camaraderie turned into a chilling isolation as each friend felt a growing dread creeping in. The brave facade they had put up began to crumble, like an old building succumbing to the relentless forces of time. They clung to each other, their once jovial banter replaced by tense whispers and fearful glances. The night had taken a sinister turn and they were stuck in its icy grip. As the minutes ticked by, the paranormal activities escalated. The air turned heavy, thick with an unseen terror that prickled their skin and made their hearts race. The eerie silence of the cemetery was broken by untraceable whispers, whispering secrets from beyond the grave. The chilling touch of unseen hands sent shivers down their spines, their hair standing on end. A sense of foreboding loomed over them, as if they were trespassers in a world they did not belong. One of them, a girl with fiery hair and a heart full of courage, saw something that made her blood run cold. A ghostly apparition, a spectral figure, stood at a distance, its eyes glowing in the dark. It was a sight that would haunt their dreams for many nights to come. The narration of their encounter amplifies the horror, keeping you on the edge of your seat, your breath hitching in your throat. The night was far from over, and they were far from safe. Just when they thought things couldn't get worse, one of the friends suddenly disappeared. In the blink of an eye, their fun-filled adventure had turned into a desperate search for their missing friend. Panic seeped into their hearts, their breaths coming out in gasps as they scoured the haunting graveyard. The tension was palpable, the chilling air amplifying their escalating fear. Every rustle of the leaves, every creak of the ancient trees amplified their terror. The suspense hung thick like a shroud in the night, and then, just as abruptly, The world went eerily silent, leaving them standing alone in the pitch darkness of the cemetery.